Very good afternoon. You're watching the midday news on Rajya Sabha television. I'm Ashwarya Kapoor and these are the headlines. I am a disciplined person, not a strict leader, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi in a non-political candid interview with actor Akshay Kumar. Reveals the lesser-known things about his personal life, says many opposition leaders are his friends. Prime Minister Modi addresses rally at Lohardaga in Jharkhand, says opposition blaming EVMs to cover up their impending defeat. Prime Minister to also campaign in Bolpur and Ranaghat in West Bengal. Later today, BJP Chief Amit Shah to hold rally in Bihar's Munger. Congress steps up campaigning for fourth phase of Lok Sabha polls. Priyanka Gandhi addresses rally in Khaga in Uttar Pradesh. Rahul Gandhi to address multiple rallies in the state today. Denied ticket, BJP MP Udit Raj joins Congress. And over 67% voter turnout in third phase at 82.5%. Assam is the highest. Tripura and West Bengal record 80%, 64% in Gujarat. Third phase voting also ends for Odisha Assembly. In a unique non-political interview with actor Akshay Kumar, Prime Minister Narendra Modi revealed many lesser-known facts about his personal life. In the candid conversation, Prime Minister Modi said that he never dreamt of being the Prime Minister. He said that he was strict and a disciplined person, but never looked down upon anybody. He said that he chooses to teach people, work with his team, and learn more from them.
स्ट्रीक अलग चीज़ है। मैं स्ट्रीक हूँ, डिसिप्लिन हूँ, लेकिन मैं किसी को नीचा दिखा करके अपमानित करके काम नहीं करता। मैं उसको प्रेरित करता हूँ। कभी कोई चीज़ है तो मैं खुद हेल्पिंग हैंड के रूप में खड़ा हो जाता हूँ। मान लीजिए कोई ड्राफ्ट लेकर के आया, तो एक तो तरीका होता है भाई क्या ले आए हो, दूसरा होता है वाह ऐसा करें ना, ये अपन करें तो कैसा रहेगा, आपको क्या लगता है ये करे तो कैसा होगा। तो क्या होता है मेरी 10 मिनट पहले ही इन्वेस्ट हो जाती है, लेकिन वो मुझे समझ पाता है। तो अगली बार जब वो आता है तो मुझे मेरा समय ही नहीं जाता, वो मेरी कल्पना के अनुसार चीज़ लेकर के आ जाता है। तो एक प्रकार से मैं कोई लेके आता है तो उसमें से सीखता भी हूँ और सिखाता भी हूँ, और मैं अपनी टीम बनाता चल जाता हूँ। तो मेरे प्रेशर हैं, स्ट्रेस हैं, वो नीचे 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 डिवाइड होते चले जाते हैं। तो मेरे पास कुछ बचता ही नहीं है।
तो मतलब आपको इतना गुस्सा नहीं आता?
मैं अंदर तो होता होगा, मैं व्यक्त तो करने से अपने आप को बहुत रोक
लेती हूँ।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi also spoke about his relationship with the opposition leaders, revealing that many of them were his friends. He said that Mamta Didi sends him kurtas and sweets every year.
दोस्त हैं हम लोग, साल में 1-2 बार साथ खाना भी खाते हैं।
अच्छा।
हाँ, अब मैं खैर वो फॉर्मल होता है,
क्योंकि हम तो कैमरा में देखते हैं, हम तो मीडिया के साथ मीडिया जो दिखाती है हम तो वही देखते हैं, हमको तो पता ही नहीं होता।
बहुत पहले की बात है, तब तो मैं मुख्यमंत्री भी नहीं था, लेकिन किसी काम से मैं शायद पार्लियामेंट गया था, और गुलाम नबी आज़ाद और मैं बड़े दोस्ताना अंदाज में गप्पे मार रहे थे। फिर हम बाहर निकलते तो मीडिया वालों ने पूछा, कह रहे यार आप लोग इतने
पक्के दोस्त
मारते हो, फिर तुम तो बोले RSS वाले हो, गुलाम नबी से तुम्हारी दोस्ती कैसे है?
हाँ।
तो फिर गुलाम नबी ने अच्छा जवाब दिया। हम दोनों खड़े थे, वो कहा देखो भाई बाहर जो आप लोग सोचते हो ऐसा नहीं है, शायद एक फैमिली के रूप में हम लोग जितने जुड़े हुए हैं सभी दल के लोग,
हाँ,
वो शायद बाहर कल्पना नहीं कर सकते। आपको हैरानी होगी, और वैसे मैं ये बोलूँगा तो चुनाव में मेरा नुकसान भी हो सकता है। लेकिन ये ममता दीदी
हाँ,
साल में आज भी मुझे 1-2 कुर्ते खुद सिलेक्ट करने जाती है, और मेरे लिए 1-2 कुर्ते भेजती है।
Prime Minister Modi also said that educationists should stop telling the stories of wish-granting genies so that the younger generations learn to work hard to achieve what they want.
अगर आपको कभी एक अलादीन का चिराग मिल जाए और जिन कहे कि आपके 3 विशेस हैं, तो वो आपके 3 विशेस क्या होंगे?
देखिए, अलाउद्दीन चिराग मुझे मिल जाए और सचमुच में उसके पास ताकत होगी
जी।
तो मैं उसे कहूँगा कि तुम जितने भी ये समाजशास्त्री हैं या जो एजुकेशनलिस्ट हो, उनके दिमाग में भर दो कि भावी पीढ़ी को ये अलाउद्दीन चिराग वाली कथा सुनाना बंद करें कि ऐसा कोई अलाउद्दीन होता है और वो इच्छाएं पूरी करता है। मैंने कहा उसको मेहनत करना सिखाओ।
मैं कभी एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर रहा था आप ये जवाब दोगे। मुझे लगा आप कोई 3 विशेस आप सोचोगे कि क्या है 3 विशेस, लेकिन ये एक बहुत ही सही तरीका है।
And now let's get you all the election related news. Voting for third in the largest phase of the Lok Sabha elections in 117 seats across 13 states and 2 union territories concluded on Tuesday with a total voter turnout of 67%. The highest voter turnout of 82.5% was recorded in Assam. West Bengal recorded 81.22% polling for the 5 seats which went to polls. These included Balurghat, Maldana Dakshin and Uttar and Jangirpur. And over 63.83% turnout was recorded in Gujarat for the 26 Lok Sabha seats, polling for which was held in a single phase. And a single phase polling was also held for all the 20 Lok Sabha seats in Kerala, where over 76.83% people cast their votes. In Karnataka, polling for the remaining 14 seats included Shimoga, Belgaum, Bijapur and Gulbarg, which concluded with over 68% voter turnout. And 5 seats in Bihar, including Supol, Araria and Madhepura, recorded close to 60% voter turnout. Single-phase voting for the 2 seats in Goa, North Goa and South Goa recorded a total voter percentage of 74.77%. 14 seats in Maharashtra, including Jalgaon, Aurangabad, Raigad, Pune and Baramati, recorded a total voter turnout of 61.65%. Uttar Pradesh recorded a voter turnout of over 61.46% in 10 constituencies where polling took place in the third phase. In Tripura East seat, where polling was held in the second phase but was postponed in view of the law and order situation, recorded a voter turnout of 81.22%. This was also the last phase of voting in Chhattisgarh, where 7 seats, including Korba, Bilaspur, Durg and Raipur, recorded 68.41% voter turnout. Union territories Dadar and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu recorded 79.59% and 71.82% voter turnout respectively for voting in each of its Lok Sabha seat. 12.86 voting percent was recorded in Jammu and Kashmir. And the third phase election for the 6th Lok Sabha and 42 Assembly constituencies in Odisha also commenced on Tuesday. Over 92 lakh voters exercised their franchise for the Bhubaneswar, Cuttack, Puri, Sambalpur, Keonjhar and Dhenkanal Lok Sabha seats and 42 Assembly constituencies under these segments. The total voter percentage was estimated to be 64.09%, which is expected to go up.
These account for about 20% of the total seats of Lok Sabha. This number includes 2 Tripura East and part of the Anantnag parliamentary constituency of Jammu and Kashmir, which will go to poll in 3 phases beginning today. To recapitulate the journey so far, a total of 22 states and union territories have concluded their elections completely by the third phase, that is today. In today's bouquet of 15 states, there were 5 states and union territories which had a single phase election today. 2 states, Karnataka and Tripura, with 2 polling days. 2 states, Assam and Chhattisgarh, in 3-phased election. 2 states, Maharashtra and Odisha, as a part of 4-phase election. And 1 state, Jammu and Kashmir, as 5-phased election. And 3 states as a part of the 7-phase elections. So polls were by and large peaceful in 2 Tripura constituency also, where the polling had been deferred on April 18th due to the prevailing law and order situation. We have also crossed one more milestone. All notification for all 7 phases have been issued by now. The last and 7th phase was notified yesterday, that is on April 22nd, 19. The percentage of voting has remained quite consistent in the first 2 phases, while the phase 1 saw a voter turnout of 69.45%. The phase 2 had voter turnout of 69.43%. The another factor that gives lot of optimism is the enthusiastic participation of women in the election this year. In both the phases 1 and 2, the percentage of women voters to women electorate has surpassed the similar percentage for male voters to male electorate.
Meanwhile, campaigning for the 4th phase is picking up pace. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed a poll rally in Lohardaga in Jharkhand today. He said that after first 3 phases of the Lok Sabha polls, the opposition has no option but to concede defeat. He said that the opposition has already started to blame EVMs for their defeat. He said that is because of NDA government's efforts that the number of Naxal-hit areas have reduced considerably. Remember, Jharkhand is set for a 4-phase Lok Sabha election for 14 constituencies beginning 29th of April.
300 सीटों पर वोट पड़ने के बाद अब विरोधियों के लिए खुले रूप से पराजय स्वीकार करने के सिवाय कोई चारा ही नहीं बचा। दूसरे चरण में अंदाज तो आ गया था उनको, लेकिन फिर भी मुंह पे थोड़ा चेहरा हंसता हुआ रख करके बात करने की कोशिश करते थे, लेकिन कल के मतदान के बाद तो ऐसे चेहरे लटक गए हैं। जितनी गालियां मोदी को देते थे, अब कल से उन्होंने ईवीएम को गालियां देना शुरू कर दिया है। अपनी नाकामी का, अपने पराजय का ठिकरा ईवीएम पर फोड़ने की तैयारी कर ली है भाई।
Prime Minister Modi will also address poll rallies in Bolpur and Ranaghat in West Bengal today. 8 Lok Sabha constituencies in West Bengal will vote in the 4th phase on 29th of April. And BJP President Amit Shah addressed a public rally in Bihar's Saifabad today. He attacked the opposition parties and accused the Congress of dynastic politics. Amit Shah is also scheduled to hold rallies in Begusarai and Samastipur later today.
मैं 133 योजनाएं पढ़ता हूं, मगर मुंगेर वाले बड़े चतुर होते हैं भैया, कम बोले में समझ जाते हैं। तो आपको लगे नरेंद्र मोदी सरकार ठीक काम कर रही है, उस वक्त मैं लिस्ट पढ़ता हूं, तब ताली बजाकर रोक देना। पढ़ू जोर से, पढ़ो तो ध्यान से सुनना। प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना, आदर्श ग्राम योजना, सुकन्या समृद्धि योजना, मुद्रा बैंक योजना, जीवन ज्योति योजना। अरे यार अभी दसी हुए 10 में ताली बजा दिया। राहुल बाबा को मालूम नहीं है ऐसी 133 योजनाएं नरेंद्र मोदी सरकार ने चलाई है। और मित्रों, ये नीतीश कुमार, सुशील मोदी और नरेंद्र मोदी की जो जोड़ी है ना, ये जोड़ी अगले 5 साल में बिहार को पूर्ण विकसित राज्य बनाने की दिशा में आगे है।
And our colleague Akhilesh Suman is now joining us from Madhepura in Bihar. Very good afternoon, Akhilesh. Of course, for voters in Madhepura, yesterday it was a choice between the 3 Yadavs and they exercised their franchise. But of course, now all the attention is on the 4th phase where 5 constituencies, Darbhanga, Ujiarpur, Samastipur, Begusarai and Munger are going to the polls. Tell us more about these constituencies.
Yes, Swarya, now I am nearing Begusarai. I have left Madhepura And the way, Madhepura and Supal, these were the two main Yadav lands in Bihar. You can tell that they are the major bastions of Yadavas. But now this Begusarai and Munger is called Bhumihar bastions of Bihar. So it is quite contradictory areas, not very far from each other, but politically they don't gel well. Though personally they are very good friends because both are agricultural communities, so their demands are the same. And this phase of election is also peculiar because all the 5 seats in this coming phase had been with NDA. 2 was with LJP, led by Ramvilas Paswan, and 3 was with BJP. So this is a major challenging area for NDA, that whether they can retain all 5 seats or not. There has been also changes in constituencies, because earlier the BJP was holding Darbhanga constituency, that has gone to JDU, and Munger was being held by LJP, and that has also gone to JDU. So in that way, it will be very interesting to see that how LJP, JDU and all are also gelling after they change their constituencies, and people in this area are very curiously watching that what will be the situation of Mahagathbandhan, because one of the major component of Mahagathbandhan, RLSP, Upendra Kushwaha, is also fighting from this in this phase, and all eyes will also be there because he is one of the major constituent of Mahagathbandhan this time. Also, it is important because of Nityanand Rai of BJP, the president of BJP is also fighting in this phase. So I think this phase is going to be very interesting as far as NDA is concerned, and also because, the Grand Alliance is trying to get a foothold in this area in this phase, and I think they will also fight tooth and nail so that they can regain the earlier before 2014 situation, Aishwarya.
All right, Akhilesh, thank you so much for all those updates there from Bihar. Of course, Amit Shah is also in Bihar. He's addressing poll rallies there. And talking about the Congress's camp, well, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra addressed a public rally in Fatehpur constituency in Uttar Pradesh. She will hold a roadshow in Mahoba and hold a meeting in Hamirpur.
लोकतंत्र का क्या मतलब है कि जनता की ताकत, जनता की शक्ति से बढ़कर इस देश में कुछ नहीं है। इसीलिए आप सबको वोट मिलता है। जो वोट है सबसे बड़ी ताकत है आपकी। आपका अधिकार भी है, लेकिन आपका हथियार भी है। आप इस हथियार को सोच समझ के इस्तेमाल करिए इसे।
Meanwhile, Congress President Rahul Gandhi will also campaign in Uttar Pradesh today. He will address public meetings in Lakhimpur Kheri, Unnao and Kanpur in the state. And after being denied a ticket by the BJP, MP from Northwest Delhi, Udit Raj, has joined the Congress party. The BJP had replaced Udit Raj from Northwest Lok Sabha constituency with the Punjabi Sufi singer Hansraj Hans. And in Midday News, we'll take a very short break. We'll be back with more news on the other side. Stay tuned.
(2014) was a purely wave election. 5 years down the line, if I have to ask you, does the Modi wave exist?
On 23rd May, you will see that there is a bigger Modi wave, a very silent wave, which nobody can assess, which is amongst the people who don't speak.
The pockets like Vidarbha, where we've seen farmer suicides in the past, a lot of rural distress has taken place. We've seen farmers marching, from one region up to Mumbai.
I think the biggest failure of Indian media is the march which was shown as Farmers' March. All of them were tribals.
Maharashtra politics, after many years, is a direct contest between Sharad Pawar and Devendra Fadnavis. You are looking at wiping out the dominance of the Pawar family.
We want to wipe out the legacy of Congress NCP in this state, the legacy of corruption.
Watch a special interview with the Maharashtra Chief Minister only on Rajya Sabha television.
Tales that inspire. Stories of social change. A salute to diversity. Promoting public discourse. Events that motivate. Inspiring the innovative spirit. Watch Rajya Sabha television documentaries.
Vice President M. Naidu attended the 8th convocation ceremony of the Venkateshwara Veterinary University in Tirupati. Vice President Naidu presented gold medals to best performing students. Addressing the gathering, Vice President Naidu said that there is a need for measures to make agriculture profitable and sustainable. He also laid stress on creating attractive opportunities for the youth in farming. And the Supreme Court has directed the CBI, IB and Delhi police chiefs to appear before it. The bench said that it will meet the CBI and IB directors and the Delhi Police Commissioner in secret. The bench said that the matter relates to the independence of the judiciary in the country. A panel of 3 Supreme Court judges are looking into the allegations of sexual harassment against Chief Justice Ranjan Gogoi levelled by a former employee of the court. Chief Justice Gogoi has strongly denied the allegations, asserting that the independence of the judiciary is under threat and that he was being made a scapegoat. The lawyer also, Utsav Singh Bens, meanwhile, has submitted a report in the Supreme Court regarding his claims that there was a conspiracy to frame the Chief Justice of India in a sexual harassment case. And now a follow-up on Sri Lanka bombings. It has now emerged that Sri Lankan intelligence officials were tipped off by the Indian intelligence officers about an imminent attack by the terrorists hours before a series of suicide bombings killed more than 300 people on Easter Sunday. In a press briefing, Lankan Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe confirmed that India had shared intelligence inputs with Sri Lanka, but there was a lapse in how the country handled it. Reports said that Indian intelligence officers contacted their Sri Lankan counterparts 2 hours before the first attack to warn of a specific threat on churches. 3 churches and 4 hotels were hit by suicide bombers on Sunday morning, killing 321 people and wounding 500. The Islamic State claimed responsibility for the attacks on Tuesday without providing evidence of its involvement. Earlier, country's Minister for Defence had said in Parliament that Islamist group NTJ was responsible for the attacks. Meanwhile, Sri Lanka's president has vowed to completely restructure security after the attacks. In a televised address, Maithripala Sirisena said that he plans to change the heads of defence forces within the next 24 hours. He also admitted threat reports had not been shared with him, and he promised to take stern action against security officials. Police have now detained 40 suspects in connection with the attack, all of whom are Sri Lankan nationals. A state of emergency remains in effect. Meanwhile, the first massed funeral was held on Tuesday as Sri Lanka marked an official day of mourning for the victims. And with that, we wrap up this edition of Midday News. Thanks for watching.